Hello everyone and welcome, I'm Beastly Eel. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about the season finale of My Adventures with Superman. This was a heavy hitting episode, quite literally actually. So the whole episode is the big fight between the Kryptonians and the Eradicator. No, yes, Eradicator. I really had to think about it. Project Doomsday. So anyway, they begin to fight and everything else. They created this massive big Goliath out of it and was beating up the Kryptonians like crazy. Amanda Waller basically retreats, stating that the Kryptonians have this under control. Lex tries to help out, or is convinced by Jimmy to help out. So during all of this, we see Supergirl, Superboy, and Laura all fighting against this guy. They were able to defeat the big muscle guy. However, the Eradicator basically made more of them and was like, this is going to be easy. And starts beating down the entire Kryptonian family. All three of them were beaten, bloodied on the ground. Everyone surrounding isn't sure what to do at this point. It feels like it's the end. Now, we then get none other than a flashback. Well, not really a flashback. We get what happened over in the Fortress of Solitude, which was Bizarro destroying the robots and Clark stopping Bizarro from destroying them all. And so Brainiac's just kind of like, why are you helping me? Like, we were going to kill you. And Clark is like, this is just who I am. And so that's when Brainiac is realizing that, oh, so this is your strength. And then shows him the path to where to get his powers back. So he shows him over to this basic son, Raoul, and explains to him, hey, this has the potential of giving you your powers back, but it also, in the same token, has the chance to just obliterate you from existence. So the choice is yours. So obviously Clark doesn't even question it, jumps right into the sun, and sounds like he's being burned alive. Apparently, he lives because we see him pop to the group to everyone's aid with Bizarro, and he is in a massive golden outfit, and he is ready to fight the Eradicator. So he teams up with the rest of the group, basically explaining to them, like, hey, we need to work as a team to get rid of him. So Clark goes after the big guy, the one that's doing it all, while the rest of the group powers up. So they begin to fight and everything else. Clark is getting beat up. They're all getting beat up again. And that's when they all start to basically spark into a new power. So Kara's is red, Jonathan's is blue, Laura's is like a purple, Bizarro is black, and Clark's is obviously gold. So we see all these new, not really new abilities, but we see them just get powered up in the middle of the fight. And the Kryptonian team is able to defeat all of the Eradicator Doomsday creatures. Not easily, but they were able to do so. Clark then uses his newfound power to start bashing the Eradicator to smithereens. With every powerful punch he hits him with, we see him basically devolve, literally, right before our eyes, to the point where he's back into his original body that we saw in the beginning of the series. And Clark offers his hand to help out, and the Eradicator just basically states, I'd rather be dead, and dissolves into nothingness. So Clark basically apologizes to everyone, stating that he needed to be there more and he wasn't, and he apologizes. The kids are being brought back to their timeline, and they're worried about what's going to happen, mostly due to the fact that, like, what happens if, if the world's not going to be safe? And both Lois and Clark basically state, like, it's because we're going to help you out throughout the whole thing, so it's going to stay that way. And so the kids teleport back to their dimension, or timeline, I should say, and it ends there for that. So then, during all of this, Clark has been acting a little weird. I'll mention that a little bit later. My thoughts on it, because we have no confirmation. Lois proposes to Clark, wanting to spend the rest of her life with him, and he agrees. So the season ends with, also with Jimmy and Kara being friends, because and Jimmy's very thrown off by that, but it is what it is. And then we have Lex Luthor being put into a prison by Amanda Waller, and Amanda's like, I don't understand what your problem is. Like, now you caused a massive amounts of destruction, and what did it get you? And he goes, honestly, Amanda, I've seen the entire universe. I've seen so many things that you can't even fathom. He goes, after seeing that, he goes, all you want to do is protect yourself. He goes, because that's all you can do. Now, that's an ambiguous thing in the sense of saying that clearly some other big bad is out there, possibly Doomsday. I mean, not Doomsday, possibly Darkseid. But we'll have to wait and see for season 4 if it gets greenlit. I don't think it's been officially greenlit yet. But anyway, that being said, the idea is like the big ambiguousness of it all, of like figuring out who's going to be the next big bad. But the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying about Clark is because the potential of him not existing anymore is a possibility. So he could be taken over by Rao, who is the sun god of Krypton. So because he gave him his powers back, he could have taken Clark's body over. We don't know this for a fact, obviously. We'll have to wait and see how much of that is going to actually be true if we get another season. But those are my thoughts right now. Otherwise, let me know what you guys thought about this episode and the season as a whole in the comments down below. I thought this was incredible. It was well done. The fights were incredible. The animation was great. The story went really well. I thought this one was definitely a home run. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.